Welcome to Hiking On channel, and today I want to share with you some great new product just launched on Kickstarter, and this is Serotonin Summit Hub System. This is a multifunctional outdoor stove that provides different fuel burning options and few other interesting functionalities as it claims as 5-in-1 outdoor stove. What's included? Pot supports with a non-slip silicone attachments, gas burner, alcohol burning insert, windshield, and a telescopic rod for accessory mounting. Everything is packed in great nylon pouches, and the main one is big enough to keep inside all the kit. The pod supports is the base. Everything connects to them. The legs are made from stainless steel as well as this triangle, so it's so durable that it looks like it will last you forever. It's extremely easy to assemble and disassemble the base. On the base, on the center of the triangle, there is a spot to mount a gas burner. This is a 3000 watts gas burner with the preheat system implemented with this copper tube. Preheating system makes this burner an amazing option for colder temperatures. As you know, butane and isobutane canisters don't work well in the cold. As soon as the canisters start to cooling down, the pressure difference between the gas outside and inside drops, and the gas stops to evaporate. That means that we are losing the efficiency and getting not stable flame on the burner. This problem can be solved with the extension hose where we connect in the gas tank and the copper tube that will heat the gas by the burner itself. So preheating tube gives you an option to reverse your gas tank so the gas will go to the burner in the liquid form that grants you the stable and efficient flame. This is a real game changer for those who are using isobutane canisters on the below zero temperatures. Because of the flat head design, this burner is really sensitive to the wind. So whenever you use it, the best option is to use it with a windshield. Speaking about this windshield, it's perfectly suits the stove and it can be mounted over the stove, or if you will detach this pin, you will be able to put it over the stove, even not interrupting the process of cooking. Omni burner. The alternative way for boiling is the alcohol insert that company named Summit Omni Burn. This is pretty standard design for this kind of alcohol burners, but with few really interesting touches from the company. The first one is simmer ring that you can put on the top of the burner to control the flame. Inside there is a wick that will absorb the alcohol and grant you more stable flame that if you will not use a wick and just use the alcohol. And the last one is this rotating handle on the cap that can help you to extinguish the flame after you're done. Really nice attention to details, I love it. Alcohol insert mounting just right here and sits perfectly on the base. Company claims that you can use any other alcohol stoves with these pot supports, but I faced with the problem that when I put the other alcohol stoves and put the pot on the supports, the space between the pot and the stove itself is too small. It causes too significant efficiency loss. And as you see, if we will compare the space between the Summit Omni burner to the pot and the third-party company alcohol stove to the pot, there is a significant difference. And actually, in my case, other alcohol stoves not working well with these pots, but maybe it really depends on the alcohol stove manufacturer and its size. And the last multifunctional option of this burner is the telescopic rod that can be installed on the base. It can be used in different ways, like a table light or mosquito repellent, or even as a phone tripod. Personally, I like to mount here my FlexTail repellent that grants me the table light and a repellent on some height from the table, so it's like a great combo. The rod has a standard screw attachments on the bottom, so I love that I can mount it not only with the Summit pod but with any other kind of legs or tripod I have. So this is like a great alternative. Also, I have this amazing ultralight aluminum table from Serotonin. It's not a part of the kit, but I highly recommend you to take a look on that because this is an amazing table. Just take a look on that. And it's done. Boiling test. I made few different tests to give you some information about how fast you can boil 500 milliliters of water and how much fuel this stove will consume. I made all my tests with the 10 degrees Celsius outside and boiling half-liter water in the titanium pot. There was an average windy day and I used the windshield for all the tests. So the first basic test with the standard canister position grants me 5 minutes and 11 seconds to boil half-liter of water. Reversed canister with the same conditions grants me 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Omni burner grants me 9 minutes and 50 seconds to boil half of the liter. For the final test, inside of the room with a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, I boiled the same amount of water for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Fuel consumption. I summarize all my tests with this gas burner and can give you two options for fuel consumption. The first one, on the full power, you will spend 2.2 grams of gas per minute. And the second one I will call the eco mode, when you balancing between the power and the gas spending. And my result is 1.6 grams of gas per minute. And I believe this is the exactly scenario for most outdoor cooking options, because I definitely not need a full power all the time. Absolutely every product have its pros and cons. I didn't use this stove for a long time, but as for now I see only two potential cons for this system. First thing that I can't understand is that this gas valve has a huge dead zone. After you rotate this valve near 2.5 full rotations, you will achieve the full power of the stove. But then you have at least 3 full rotations before this valve stops. And it's actually not affecting your experience with working with this stove. But I don't understand why it's done this way. And the next thing you should know about this burner is that if you using this burner with a reverse tank, you should understand that after you will turn off the gas, your burner will not turn off immediately. You will need to wait near 30 seconds until the all liquid gas that is already in the hose will burn, and then the burner will shut down. It's not a really con, but you should understand it. And the second one and the last one is that the name of this system is the Summit Hub System. For me, that means like I want to take this burner for the Everest because I want to take it for any summit I'm going. But in reality, this is not the lightest stove on the market, you know. So the base itself is 120 grams, the burner adds 105 grams, and the windshield you definitely should to take with you adds you more 67 grams. That in total grants you 292 grams. What is definitely not the lightest stove you maybe want to take with you on the summit. Even with the Omni burner, base and a windshield, you will achieve 150 grams. That is still on 50 grams more than other great gas burners. But because of that, this system grants you an amazing stability. This base is great for cooking with any kind of cook sets you have. I tried the pan, the kettle, the pots, the coffee maker. If you're not afraid to take some extra grams with you, this Summit system grants you really amazing experience while you're cooking. Extremely stable base on any surface, on rocks, on a wood, on the table, on the ground, everywhere. It's really good. And it's durable, it's fully metal, and I believe it's like will last you forever. Nothing to broke here. With this burner, you can cook on the low fire. You can use the maximum power for the fast boiling. Really interesting system, especially for camping lovers, for those who love to cook on the system, and for those who want to use standard butane and isobutane on the colder temperatures, thanks to the preheating system and the option to reverse the canister. You have an alcohol burner for the vibe when you want some more connection with the nature when you're cooking. Really working telescopic rod for the light mounting. And overall, the build quality of this hub system is really amazing, so I highly recommend you to check it out on the Kickstarter. And don't forget about this amazing table. It's really awesome piece of gear. I highly recommend you to check it out. Thanks for watching and see you in the woods.